Hello Year 7 and welcome back to Term 3. In this term we're going to be looking at two topics. One is called graphics and the other is programming. In graphics you'll learn Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, and for programming we'll look at Scratch. Now both of these topics are linked because what you are going to be creating in your graphics topic is going to be needed for your programming and will be used as part of the game you're going to create. So in this first series of videos we're going to be looking at these tools in Photoshop. So as you scroll down you'll see that there are some more tools which you'll be learning in Illustrator. What I would like you to do when you come to this point is observe what you will be creating, and we're going to be using various types of selection tools. And then I want you to click on the Chpping Board PSD, and that should open up in Photoshop. So let's go and download that now. Now, if for any reason you are unable to get to this point, either by opening up Photoshop or having this file actually open up inside it, please have a chat with your teacher and you will probably need to go to OneDrive to go and get it. Hopefully everything should be fine. Now, what you may not have are layers. So if there's anything which is missing, such as history or layers, do make sure you go to Windows and select layers. In fact, let me just take that off for the moment, and let's go and put it in so we can show you what to do. So if we go Window and Layers, it will turn up here. Now it may when you do that turn up like this. If that's the case, you can leave it there, or you can go to the bottom until you see this little line at the bottom, this blue line, and then release, and you'll have it attached to this column here. Okay, so we're going to be looking at selection tools. We're going to be looking at other tools such as the hand and the magnifier. We're going to need to put these objects on different layers. So to help ourselves, we're going to go with the magnify tool, and I'm going to focus on let's focus on this tomato to start with. So we'll make it large enough to be able to see, and if I want to move my document around I can use this hand tool and drag how I like. So we're going to be focusing on the tomato, the bean, the logo, and the lettuce with a particular selection tool, and then we'll look at the pepper and the carrot in a separate video. So to start with, 1, 2, 3, 4th tool down, you will see various types of selections. We're going to focus on this one at the moment, which is the quick selection tool. So let's select that. And what I want to do is I'm just going to hold my right button down and I'm going to drag around the tomato. So we have the selection, these marching ants going around the tomato. I'm going to go Edit, I'll go Cut, and then I'm going to go Edit, Paste Special, Paste in Place. And if I was to close this up, you'll see that it is on a separate layer. So if I close all this up, there's our tomato. Now it's really important to make sure that you label all of your layers. So double click on the word layer 1 and put in tomato and press return. Okay, so let's go and do a few others. Let's go and do the bean. So I'm now going to make sure that I've got my background layer selected, and I'm going to just move my selection tool on the background area. Here's those marching ants. Edit, Cut, Edit, Paste Special, Paste in Place. And as we did before, we rename it. We'll call this one Beans and press return. Now then, on to our lettuce, say. Okay, so here's our lettuce. Let's go and do that with the lettuce. I've got my selection. I'm going to just click and drag, and bit by bit, oh, again, make sure you've got the background layer selected, and let's go and do that. So here we go. I'm going to select. You can see my selection getting bigger, and we'll want to make sure we have it selected. Okay, so we've got a bit of a problem here. We can see that our selection has gone way out here. So we need to go from a plus to a minus. So if you hold your option button down, you can see that we can go like this and get rid of all of that extra stuff. And we've got a little bit up here to do, so let's go and add it in, and that will take maybe a little bit of extra time, but I'm sure you'll be able to do that. So we have our selection done for the lettuce, and we have it going around this irregular shape. So I'm just going to do a little bit more. There we go. We have that done there. So we'll go edit cut. Oh, I'm just going to do this little bit here. There we go. So let's go edit cut, edit cut, edit, paste special, paste in place. And let's call that one lettuce. Press enter. Now, don't worry if you're seeing little bits and scraps. That will all be sorted out when we actually crop the whole canvas. Okay, so down to our logo, and we're going to make sure we're in the background layer, and we're going to select salad, or the salad logo, and edit, cut, edit, paste special, paste in place. And let's call that logo. And return. Okay, so what we should have now is the following. We should have several layers, all of which have been labeled, and the only two that we haven't done yet are the yellow pepper and the carrot. And we'll start looking at the the magnetic tool and the pen tool to help with those selections. So please get to that point, and when you've done it, come and join me for our second video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.